Today's subject, getting on chain, how to actually be active on the blockchains you love and hold already, how to actually use them each and every day. So guys, let's just jump right on into it. Module 2, getting on chain. So guys, the DeFi thesis, the point of it all right here. Guys, DeFi is finance with no middleman. You earn by being the bank. You are your own bank. You are the bank to others. It's transparent, it's open, it's global, it's 24/7 control of your assets. You can buy and swap whenever you want. You can lend out your money to people when you want. You can take out loans against your crypto when you want. You can provide any service you want at any time. Buy, swap, sell, send, trade, anything you could ever desire made possible by crypto. The only friction is the learning curve, learning how and what to do. So guys, this module is going to show you how to get on chain and get active. Guys, your first steps on chain, install a wallet. Rabby, I love Rabby wallet for EVM. So ETH, Base, Arbitrum, Optimism. So anything that's ETH or its layer 2s, Rabby wallet, fantastic, especially for DeFi and on-chain activities. Phantom wallet. I love it for Solana, and now it supports Sui, which is one of my favorite blockchains. So the fact that Phantom holds Solana and Sui together, ooh, it is just mwah, chef's kiss for me. Fantastic. I love it. So between those two wallets, I really have most everything I need outside of some other outliers that may not be supported by those wallets. But if you come across a certain token that's not supported, shoot me a DM. I'll let you know what wallets might work or that I recommend for those. But for 99% of what people do, these wallets are going to cover most of those blockchains. So guys, you want to make sure that after you open your wallet and you make sure you put your seed phrase on paper, hide it away, use best practices, you fund it with gas. So your gas is going to depend on the blockchain you choose. So let's say you are on Base chain, which is on ETH. You're going to want to have ETH for gas. You have to make sure there's ETH in your wallet so you can pay the gas fees. So, which is usually a couple cents. If you're on ETH mainnet, it will also run off ETH, but it's going to be more expensive. So just submitting a transaction will be like $2, which is not fun. So I always recommend if you are playing around on Ethereum, you use a layer 2 like Base chain or Arbitrum, for example. Let's say you're on Solana. That would be on your Phantom wallet, right? On Solana chain. And so to do any transactions, you need to make sure you have some Solana in that Phantom wallet. That way you can perform transactions. So your first step after opening a Phantom wallet is to send Solana from an exchange to Phantom. That way you have gas. That way you can start to make transactions on chain. Because just remember, each blockchain will have its own native gas token. So you just want to make sure, on Solana, it's Sol, on Sui, it's Sui itself, on ETH, Base, Arb, Optimism, it runs off of Ethereum, right? So guys, just make sure you have the native tokens on specific blockchains for gas. Now, use a blockchain explorer to track transactions. So if you ever feel like you fucked up, what you can do is use Etherscan, Solscan, or SuiScan, and each blockchain is gonna have its own thing. And what you can do is you can punch in your receive address and it will track your transactions on the blockchain. And so what this means, if you ever think you fuck up, you can go to these websites and you can punch in your address and it's just going to show you the transaction, whether it's pending still, so you don't have to be worried the money's not there yet. It's still just loading basically, right? Still waiting to be validated. Or you can see that you did fuck up and you sent it to the wrong address. So those tools can be pretty cool to use as well. On and off ramps. Guys, I personally use Coinbase. I'm in the US, so for me, this just makes sense. You can use your favorite exchange to buy crypto. And so what I mean by this is I use my bank account. I on-ramp my US dollars to Coinbase. And that shows up in Coinbase for me one-to-one already with USDC. So it's perfect. It makes my life super easy. And then I withdraw that USDC to my favorite wallets. So I'll send it across Sol chain to Phantom, or send it across Sui chain to my Phantom wallet now as well, actually. Or send it over Base chain to my Rabby wallet. And then I would use the same tools by reversing the order to cash out. And so make sure again, your first send that you do is you're sending the gas token over, whether it's ETH or Solana, because you need to have gas. But then once you're on chain, use the native tokens to operate, right? But just remember, use the same tools to cash out. So whenever I want to sell my assets in the bull run, in my wallets, I would just sell like my Solana for USDC, and then I can send that USDC over to Coinbase and then withdraw that from Coinbase back to my bank account. And so that's the process. Maybe grossly oversimplifying a little bit. Actually, not really. That's really just the process. It's just you have to do it and understand it. It's really not too bad, guys, I promise. On-chain swaps. So how do I do this, right? So if you want to swap things on chain, you need to connect your wallet to Uniswap or Jupiter. And you know what? Let me go ahead and just demonstrate this. On-chain swaps. Connect wallet to Uniswap or Jupiter, choose tokens to swap, confirm the transaction and wait, and you can track it to verify. Guys, I don't want to overcomplicate this, so I'm just going to show you, for example, Jupiter, right? What you would do on Jupiter, right? You click the link, you go to Jupiter, you come in here, you connect your wallet, right? Connect it straight to Phantom. On mobile, it's going to look very similar. And you're going to choose what you want to do, right? So, I don't have fuck all in this wallet right now, but you take, let's see, take 0.1 Sol, it's $15, and I choose I want to swap it to USDC. And you might say you want to swap it to something else, maybe it was like Coinbase wrapped Bitcoin or something, you can choose whatever it is. So what I can do is I take that 1453 and swap it, and it's going to swap for 1451. So it cost me like 2 cents. I'm going to swap it, and you'll see that I'm sending 0.1 Sol and I'm receiving 0.00015 Coinbase wrapped Bitcoin. So boom, we just do that just for shits and giggles, guys. Processing transaction, and boom. And you'll see I now have 0.04 Sol, and I have even more Coinbase wrapped Bitcoin. So nice and fun there, guys. Nothing too complicated about it, to be honest. It's just getting the reps in and learning, connect your wallet and then, plug and play, choose what you want. If I want to reverse the process, I can do that, 1451, swap it back. But, I'm just going to keep the Bitcoin, fuck it, right? So, Uniswap, same thing, different chains. So whether you're on Base Chain or Optimism, Arbitrum, ETH Mainnet, you would just connect to Uniswap and you would swap your tokens that way. You just choose, I want to sell ETH for USDC or, whatnot. So pretty cool. And then just tagging along to what we were talking about earlier, the way I on-ramp is I send USDC over to, I on-ramp USDC to my Coinbase account from my bank account. And what I do is I send that USDC over to my Phantom wallet on Sol Chain, right? And then I would take this, and you could take your $1,000 or whatnot, and you could buy Sol right here, right? Boom, boom. And I'm actually making 40 cents off this trade if I were to do it, versus Coinbase, you try to buy $1,000 or something, they're gonna charge you an arm and a leg. So doing this, you save money, it's fast, it's instant, you still control all of your cryptocurrency, and you can swap back at any time. Cool? Cool beans. Bridging. Use tools like Portal Bridge or D-Bridge. Select from chain and to chain, choose assets, choose wallets, confirm fees and time estimate, and double check that the wallet is connected to the right network. And so guys, let me demonstrate this one as well. And so guys, this would look something like this, right? This is Portal Bridge. This is one I use probably more than any other bridge. And basically the scenario we would need this is like, okay, I have USDC on Solana and I want to send it to my Base Chain wallet, which is on Rabi, right? Get it from Phantom Solana to Base Chain Rabi. USDC for USDC, right? Something along those lines. So something like Portal is going to let us bridge from one chain to the next chain, which you couldn't just send directly from Sol to Base Chain, right? Otherwise your money goes to the void, to the nether, gone forever. So what you do, you come in here and I would select, let me just go ahead and close Rabi, but I would select that I'm going to go from Solana, USDC, boom right there, and choose that I want to go to Base Chain, USDC. And you type in like, hey, maybe you want to send $1,000, or that's 10 grand. You want to send $1,000. It's going to show you that it would bridge over for $1.28. And I would select my destination wallet here, which would just choose where I want it to go. So I'd click this, and then I would choose like my Rabi wallet, for example. Confirm the transaction. It'd cost me $1.28, and I'd have my money on Base Chain in about 60 seconds. So bridging really is that simple. It's just figuring out, why and what you're wanting to do, and then connecting your wallets and doing the right thing. Okay, so honestly, it's not too crazy, guys. If you have any questions on bridging, just obviously drop a comment, shoot me a DM, let me know where you're stuck, what is confusing there, and I'm happy to help you out with that. So guys, that is all I have for Module 2 here, getting on chain. Drop a like on the video, subscribe for me. If you have any questions, drop a comment on this video. And guys, click that link in my description. It's our private community. We have people earning $10,000, $15,000 per month off their crypto portfolios. Guys, that's just extra cash for you each and every month. So if you're interested, click the link in my description. Come check us out. See you soon, guys.